This journey was made possible thanks to the support of Fundación Bitcoin Iberoamérica and Cake Wallet. I traveled to the Dominican Republic, where I was welcomed by Tokio and his wonderful family. My journey began in Santo Domingo, a city that is much more than the country's capital. Founded at the end of the 15th century, it is considered the first permanent European settlement in the Americas. It was there that the first cathedral, the first hospital, the first customs house, and the first university in the Americas were established. It was also there that something profound and beautiful began to take shape in the Americas, something that still unites us today, Hispanidad. In Santo Domingo, Tokyo showed me several businesses that accept Bitcoin. Businesses he had personally orange pilled. They also invited me to explore the beaches. But I had a little time, and something weighed on my heart. I wanted to get closer to the border and learn about the reality of one of the most deeply affected places on the earth, Haiti. We first traveled to Montecristi to visit part of the Tokyo's family. Montecristi was founded at the beginning of the 16th century because of its strategic location and the importance of its port. It also holds a special place in Cuban history. In 1895, José Martí and the Dominican General Máximo Gómez signed the Manifiesto of Montecristi there, a document explaining the reasons behind Cuba's struggle for independence and the vision of building a new republic. During our stay, we visit a cockfighting arena. In the Dominican Republic, this activity is legal and regulated. Cockfighting arenas must be officially registered, meet specific requirements, and conduct the fights according to established rules. It is a tradition inherited from Spain and deeply rooted in a rural Dominican culture. For generations, these arenas have been surrounded by distinctive practices of reading, training, competition, and community gathering. It can be a shocking practice for someone arriving from another country, but understanding a place also means observing its tradition within the historical and cultural context in which they emerged. From Montecristi, we continue through Dajabón. There, we walk through the binational market, a true human anthill. Thousands of people move among improvised stalls, wheelbarrows, bags, and merchandise. On the Haitian side, many people cross the border carrying everything they can, hoping to sell it and earn enough money to support their families. We then approach the border, crossing with the intention of entering Haiti, but the guard will not allow us to continue because he could not guarantee our safety. So we change direction and decide to visit a batey. But what exactly is a batey? In the Dominican Republic, the terms refer to communities that were formed around sugars, plantation and sugars mills. For decades, the sugar industry required an enormous workforce that cut and transport sugarcane. Many of these workers were brought from Haiti or traveled from there to perform some of the hardest and lowest paid work in the country. The sugar companies built small settlements to house them near the plantations. What was originally intended to be temporary accommodation eventually became the permanent home of thousands of families. This is how many bateyes were born, communities shaped by the history of sugar, Haitian migration, working conditions that were often close to semi-slavery and abandonment. Over time, many of the sugar mills ceased operating, but the families remained. Several generations grew up in these places, often facing serious barriers to obtain legal documentation, education, basic service, and employment opportunities. In one of these bateyes, we share food, games, and time with the community. We also learn a few words in Haitian Creole, especially Zanmi Mwen, which means my friend. It is a simple expression, but an important first step through connecting and communicating with them. Haitian Creole, known by its speaker as Creole, emerged during the colonial period. It developed through contact between the French spoken by the colonizers and the different African languages spoken by enslaved people. Over time, it developed into a language of its own, with its own grammar, and today is the everyday language of the most Haitian people. What about Bitcoin? We were not able to talk about Bitcoin. At this stage, it was more important for us to listen, understand this reality, and begin building trust. Because before arriving with a technology, an application, or a supposed solution, you must first get to know the people. Education is not only about speaking, it is also about knowing when to remain silent, observe, and learn from others. We did not return from that encounter having delivered a class. We returned with the new relationships, many questions, and several ideas that we hope to bring to life very soon. Zanmi Mwen.